This is Travel in 10.
And now, your host, David Brody.
Hello and welcome to another Travel in 10 videocast. Join with us today as we travel into the interior of Bali, Indonesia. Today, we travel to Bali, Indonesia, and visit our own private paradise. While exploring Bali, we found some unbelievable hotels and resorts that were definitely some of the nicest in the world. The island is filled with rivers, beaches, rainforests, and five-star resorts that take advantage of all of the natural beauty here. We knew that while we were here visiting, we wanted to stay at one place that was typically Balinese, and a bit further afield than the tourist centers of Nusa Dua and Kuta Beach, where most hotels are concentrated. With this in mind, we started searching the island for areas that were famous for spas and villas and came across the community of Ubid. Ubid is away from the coast of Bali in the mountainous interior rainforests. It's filled with boutique hotels that you would read about in Travel and Leisure or Wallpaper magazine. It attracts celebrities from around the world such as David Beckham and Nicole Kidman. Unfortunately, as we started searching for rooms in the guidebook and online, we found that a lot of these places also had a price tag to match this reputation, with rooms ranging from $300 US a night to tens of thousands of dollars a night for private villas at some of the most well-known resorts. In addition to this, hotels here have a 21% tax and service fee added. After a lot of searching, however, we found one place that sounded just like what we were looking for, and it ended up being fantastic. The Puri Resort and Art Museum is a small boutique hotel with just 12 villas. With private pools for each individual villa, views of the rice paddies, and a river running through its grounds, all set amongst a rainforest in a small village just 20 minutes from Ubid, it's really a perfect place to get a taste of what makes Bali so well known and such a great sought-after tourist destination. We ended up staying in one of the Royal Villas, which at $150 a night was a tremendous bargain. We were able to book our room on Expedia, and although it's more than we spent on many hotels in Asia, it was well worth it for what we were getting. Our villa had 2 stories, its own private garden, a great kitchen, and every amenity you could want. We even had our own private infinity pool where water runs over the edges and back in through a fountain, so it's made to look like the pool stretches out into the rainforest. All day and all night you can hear the sound of the river, the birds, and animals of the rainforest surrounding us. The 2 nights we spent there were amazing. When we checked in, we mentioned that we'd be interested in taking an Indonesian cooking course and asked if the hotel staff knew where we could take one. Although it's not something they normally offer at the hotel, they suggested they could have one of their chefs come to our villa and make dinner with us the next night. Now, I'm sure that's not something they do for all their guests, but it ended up being an unbelievable experience. The menu we settled on with the chef included a spicy beef noodle soup, one of the most famous Indonesian Balinese dishes, nasi goreng, spicy fried rice with meat and vegetables. We also selected sauté presented on lemongrass sticks and completed the meal with a dessert of fried bananas and palm sugar. When the time came for our cooking class, not 1 but 2 chefs arrived at our villa, along with a waiter and a translator. The ingredients they brought along were all very fresh, and they went to great lengths to explain how each stage of the meal was prepared, first explaining and then letting us make as much of the meal as we wanted to. Between each course, the 2 chefs would leave, and the waiter and translator would serve our meal at a candlelit table overlooking our private pool. With our candlelit table, the sounds of tropical birds and frogs all around us, I don't think we possibly could have had a better dinner, especially once we capped it off with a swim in our infinity pool underneath the stars. In addition to the villas themselves, the resort also has a great art gallery up front that you can visit while you're staying, and it's set in a small rural village that really gives you a taste of the flavor of what life is really like for villagers in Bali. Of course, you're also only a 20-minute drive away from Ubid, which gives you access to great restaurants, some of the best spas in the world, and amazing shopping. Taken all together, the hotel was a tremendous way to experience Bali and made for one of the best experiences that we had on our trip throughout Asia. The Puri Villas and Art Museum is a unique hotel and somewhere I would definitely recommend checking out if you have the opportunity.
Thanks for listening to the Travel in 10 podcast. Please email any questions, comments, or suggestions you have to travelin10@gmail.com. This has been a presentation of Travel in 10.